Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Trash Talk experience. I'm your host, Abob. I'm here with my boy, Sun, and we have a special guest joining us.
Gang, gang.
Shehryar. Or you want to be called Shehryar or something else?
Well, didn't I have like a
no, we're not doing that no more. It's only us who get to
like,
get the name.
No longer anonymous.
You're Shehryar from now on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's good that you're here because you are upcoming actor. Can I say that?
You can say that, I guess.
And you're an avid Batman fan.
Yes, sir.
So we're here today discussing all things Batman. That's why we have our good friend Shehryar here. Let's go. So before we actually talk about the movie, we all watched it. We all went as a big group to go watch it. Early screening. I ordered like 25 plus tickets, 21 tickets.
You came through with that.
Came through with that. We got to
Why
go
did
see.
you have to bring up the number 25? Like, I have too many friends. 25 friends.
I don't have a lot of friends.
It was actually embarrassing. Like, it was like a field trip, bro. Like, there's like 3 groups of kids and everyone's like, oh, I've got your tickets.
And I got to sit right in the middle. I was just glad about that.
I was sad.
But yeah, we got to watch it. We're going to talk about the movie towards the end. We're not going to, spoil it for anyone until the end. But first things I want to start. Son, you're into this Sigma mentality stuff. Is Batman...
Look at the way he's sitting, brother.
Is Batman like a Sigma male, in your opinion?
Robert Pattinson's Batman wasn't Alpha or Sigma. I think he was a beta, bro. Complete, full on.
As a Bruce Wayne, yes.
Let's discuss the movie, man, because that's my first joke.
No, we're going to go towards the end discussing the movie.
Batman, I think he was a beta, bro. He did not do anything useful. Mm-hmm. He was led by Riddler.
But you've seen a lot of Batmans, right?
Bro. He just followed whatever Riddler wanted.
Honestly, he's got somewhat of a point.
Yeah,
he could not lead anything. Riddler did everything for him. He was just...
Like, he gave him step by step, like...
He just jumped in a pool 5 meters high, or not even 5 meters, I think 2 meters high, to get 3 kids out. That's the only useful thing he did in the movie.
Okay, yeah. But overall, you've seen a lot of other Batmans, right?
Robert Pattinson's Batman was a beta. Generally, I think they're alphas or sigmas. I don't know the difference.
What is a Sigma male for our viewers that don't know?
Man, I only know about Sigma male is through the TikTok video, music one.
My understanding of Sigma male is like there's a few characteristics that separate them from Alpha. So Alpha is like supposedly like group leader or whatever, but Sigma is like the individual guy. So like the one who's like lonesome, lone wolf kind of thing. Yeah. So like for example, Thomas Shelby, like he's always in the memes from Peaky Blinders. Thomas Shelby.
Exactly.
So it's like keeps it to himself. There was a great meme that like had the hierarchy, and then the Sigma was like outside of it.
Yeah, so they sit outside this like general male hierarchy.
Sigma just come out recently because I never heard it until
people got bored of being alphas and they're like, wait,
they're like, we need something more than just being an alpha.
It's just a cop out for introvert people just to be like, hey, I'm a Sigma.
Actually,
rather than be like alpha. Or
it's
beta.
A scapegoat.
Yeah.
It's a scapegoat.
It's like they say like, Sigmas are like mostly autonomous. They operate on their own. As Batman does, like he doesn't have any supporting characters around him for majority of the time. Yeah. He has Robins or whatever.
Oh, and he doesn't simp. That's number one thing.
After women.
Yeah, he doesn't simp. Sigmas don't simp. That's number one.
So like
they don't need
gold
anyone
over girls. Yes, essentially.
Yes.
That's the way to put it.
But
Batman's been with like so many girls.
Yeah, in other movies, low key. In this one, I think he's a virgin for sure.
In this one, definitely. But even having said that, he's been with a lot of girls. Remember the weirdest one was? Have you seen The Killing Joke? You've seen The Killing Joke.
I've seen it.
Who was he with in that one?
I wouldn't.
You don't remember? Speaking to the mic as well. He was with Barbara Gordon. You know who Barbara Gordon is?
Oh yeah.
What?
So that's cheating, man.
No, not cheating. She is the daughter of Jim Gordon. But she came to him as like a very little girl. And he trained her up. Once she was old enough, he got into a relationship with her.
I don't remember.
Oh, that's some grooming, bro. What is that?
That's the one weird one I've like Batman.
Watch it back tonight, eh?
Watch The Killing Joke again, and you'll be like, that was weird.
Damn.
He's been with Catwoman in a couple of the Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah.
He's been with Talia al Ghul. He has a baby with her in one of them.
There's a Mask of the Phantasm animated movie where there's another chick who I've never seen before.
Early 90s, yeah. She becomes the villain, Mask of the Phantasm.
But he gets mad bitches in that movie, dude.
How many?
Bro, so many. It's
Can
embarrassing.
You count on your hand?
It's embarrassing. He walks around, so there's like a scene as Bruce Wayne where he walks around and girls are like comically like swooning over him, like leaning over, like Bruce, and they've got like his drink and they're like trying to sip on it. It's weird. He's just like chilling, And in that, I feel like he's not so much a Sigma in that.
That's definitely alpha male.
He plays it.
Yeah.
He plays into it. He plays into like, oh, I have girls and this and that.
Yeah, which is weird
Do you
because
reckon Robert Pattinson could be that guy? Because I can't imagine him being that anymore.
not the way he started off. Yeah, like because in this one he was like a very
He's
emo.
traumatized, bro. He doesn't have time to worry about girls.
Strictly talking from looks point of view, I was just comparing Christian Bale versus Robert Pattinson, and he is not a Bruce Wayne spec. He's like an emo guy.
Right.
Like you don't
his
see
look.
Yeah.
If he cuts his hair and stuff, like
Like the dark eye makeup and
I
shit.
think eye makeup, his physique, everything didn't scream a playboy billionaire.
You know, he didn't work out for the movie apparently.
nah, he looked.
Like-
No,
if you remember, if you remember
He
in
was
Twilight,
tiny, right?
If you remember in Twilight, he was a twig, and so he's put on weight. He's done something. He
I
wasn't.
mean, it's been like
But
10
he
years.
was not Christian Bale, like 90 kgs muscle, like.
Remember Ben Affleck's Batman? He
Yeah.
was like full jack,
Yeah.
but then
I think
that was
too much.
yeah,
but
that was too much.
that's
Like
too
it
much.
didn't
but
like fit.
Christian Bale, I think, was the perfect Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
the ones I've
agree.
seen,
I
and
agree.
He looked like a high schooler, to be honest, like that. Did basketball or some kind of side sport.
So he was more of like a Euphoria character than he was.
Yeah, like emo
superhero.
bats, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They recently. Have you seen the Harley Quinn animated show?
Yeah, I
You've
actually
heard
have.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's good.
So the funny thing is, do you know this story? But they tried to make Batman fall into love with Catwoman's character in it, and be in a legitimate relationship with her, and then DC pushed back and said like, oh, maybe not put him in a full-time relationship, but you know. And then Harley Quinn directors goes, we're gonna make, how can I put this lightly? We're gonna make Batman perform an oral act on Catwoman. And all the DC like executives, they're like freaked out, like, nah. Batman can't be doing this.
Wait, what's the link?
What do you mean?
Where's the link?
No, they then ended up not pursuing this.
Wow,
They were like, this is not something superheroes do.
They probably pursued it in like
Alternative reality somewhere. Yeah, that might have
dark
happened.
web fashion.
Yeah. That's the thing with comic books. Like whatever scenario you're like, what if this happens? They've probably done it in the comics.
That's true.
So you can get a version of it
That's wild,
if
though.
you're interested.
That's something, bro.
So they were like, superheroes don't go down on women, essentially. And I don't know what the reason was.
What? That's Sigma. That's Sigma.
Sigma mentality.
But that's also like virgin mentality as well.
What about the other thing I wanted to talk about is, what do you guys make of Batman's no kill, no guns policy? Do you have an opinion on this?
I think
He's a
it's
little
the most
bitch for that.
unpatriotic thing he has done. He's based in America.
Yeah.
Why is he not killing for starters?
I think, okay, so in this movie, they made him invincible pretty much to guns.
Yeah,
Like,
because pretty much he could.
he got
not get
shot
killed.
at. He got shot at and then like
And
nothing
one thing
happened.
that annoyed me is he's such a big ass jaw. Like, why would?
Bro, you
someone
aim
go-
for his face, bro.
Right?
It's my sister says that all the time. It's like, why don't they just aim for his face?
head
His mouth
is
always open.
massive too.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen. I said this. Like, his forehead was so big. I've never seen like receding bat ears before in my life. Like his forehead was like back here, and the ears are starting like here.
Yeah. This
But
is
they should've-
the
try
thing.
not to see the receding part through people. So I was like, I
The thing always sticks out to me. You actually said this to me a long time ago. We were watching Young Justice, and remember when Brion's character ends up killing in the end of the 3rd season, and then we were like, "Oh, should he have done that?" We were like discussing a superhero ends up killing someone, and Sun said to me, he probably shouldn't have, because it makes his second kill a lot easier, because it becomes a slippery slope essentially.
Did I say that,
Bro,
Bro,
you
it's
should be
one of the
writing the
smartest
new
things you said to
Batman.
me, bro. I'm not just giving you this like compliment for no reason. You actually told me this. It's like, it's a slippery slope. The next one becomes a lot easier.
He's
It's
done it
kinda
before.
like you lose your virginity
Be
once.
so wise, bro.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you lose your killing virginity
That's-
once and you can't go
that's
back.
like,
essentially. That's what Sun put it to me as.
That is implicating some serious criminal background for
Yeah.
him to know that. He looked you dead in the eyes and he said that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I would have gone home.
Nah, I can't keep it straight.
No, but you're right. Like, I mean, that's the whole point of his character, right? That's what
Yeah.
separates it. I swear, Superman just
What did
fucking.
he achieve doing all that in this movie, the latest one? Because I don't see anything remarkable. He was just chasing empty threads.
But he does this all the time. He's never killed any of his villains. If you recall the Joker, he's falling down the building, but he saves them.
He was always proactive. Like in the Dark Knight series, he went China. He gave his fortune, worked on himself. In this movie, it was just, I wasn't sure like what was his character development. There wasn't.
It's still the first one. Like there's two. Like if this is a trilogy, there'll be two more.
Coming back to the killing thing.
Yeah.
What I realize now is that for Batman's to like, for him to exist and like have that rule, he needs to trust the jailing system, like the rehabilitative system, like the American justice system, which is obviously a massive flaw.
That's why they have the Arkham.
It relies on that.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why they have the Arkham prison. Like he puts all his trust in that. He doesn't even hand it over to the police.
And they just keep coming out, and like it's like a visit. It's like a temporary visit. Like I've seen Joker break out of like a million different iterations. I'm like, bro,
talking about jails, bro. How convenient was this Riddler in the movie having a full-on look to the whole explosion scenes? Like, you know, he had the perfect suit.
Oh yeah.
He had the perfect.
Oh yeah, they set that up. Yeah.
Then his TV was equally big enough to see all the news. Like
they gave him the.
They
right
always
one.
have the TV. They always have the TV of the villain where he's like watching shit happen. It's like why are they getting TV in jail like this and like personalized prison? He's getting his nails done.
I'm pretty sure he's in Arkham in that one as well. And Arkham is not meant to be like a hardcore prison. It's meant to be like a rehabilitative center.
Which is dumb.
Yeah, they're kind of just like there for chilling.
Why would he be in Arkham, bro? He has been killing people.
Have you played the Arkham games? You've played the Arkham games. What happens in that?
They're all there.
That's all that happens.
Yeah.
Is this like a place where like taxpayer money is going but nothing's happening?
It's actually hilarious.
Yeah. It's kind of hilarious.
What this Arkham thing? I think New York is the best looking city though. Like the whole aesthetics were nice for them.
Was it New York or Chicago?
I think this was shot in the other trilogy was shot in Chicago, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay. I don't know where
this reminded me of New York. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but I haven't been
it usually
Chicago,
is. It
so
usually is, right?
But that's the city I would imagine Batman fitting in. It's kind of depressing. It rains all the time. It's like gloomy. It's like large buildings and whatever.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Batman being in Los Angeles or like London or something.
Yeah. Batman's like in LA, like a
imagine Batman in Sydney. It wouldn't work.
Vengeance.
The second thing I want to talk about is have you heard of the recent Cain Velasquez story?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah. So Cain Velasquez is this UFC fighter, and it kind of ties into what I was talking about, this no guns policy with Batman. People like it kind of makes sense Batman having no guns because he can still do the same amount of harm with his hands, but there's no risk of him killing someone, if that makes sense.
Nah, bro, like one punch can kill people.
No, but like
so Cain Velasquez situation was he's a ex-UFC heavyweight champion, one of the best fighters of all time. His daughter got molested by a guy.
Not his daughter, but someone in his family.
Yeah, his daughter actually.
Okay, yeah.
And got molested by a guy, and this guy was out because of American some kind of jailing system. So he tried to shoot at the car.
Shit!
Most people say they're gonna do like, you know, if you do something to my family, I'm gonna kill you, whatever. He ended up like, you know, shooting.
So,
at
the
car.
the thing people are like, you're a UFC fighter, you're a UFC heavyweight champion. Why didn't you just find this guy, beat the crap out of him?
Right.
And then the weird thing was he shot at the guy, but rather than shooting him, he shot the guy's father-in-law.
Oh shit!
So he's in jail because of this situation where he wanted to he's like, I didn't get justice, so I'm gonna take it into my own hands and go shoot at this guy. But he ended up shooting the guy's father-in-law. He's still alive, but they charged him and he's in jail. But the UFC community is like, he kind of should be let off, if that makes sense. Had he just used his hands, you're a UFC fighter. Had he just beat the crap out of him, no one would have an issue.
Like if you're running towards me, I'm gonna try to run against you. If I'm in my car, what are your hands good for? Like you can punch my car, but I'm probably gonna try to drive over you. So it makes zero sense. Like, he's a UFC fighter, but it's in the
if he knew where the guy was, you could have got like 20, 30 people.
I know you're in the car. I can't do anything.
Knock on the door, come out. I need to talk to you.
Like sometimes it's just easier to just shoot at someone.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so yeah, it kind of like.
I kind of agree. Like Batman's kind of like being sissy about it.
No, but the thing is, like with Batman, if he does kill people and if he does use guns, some of the best stories in Batman history don't happen. Batman Killing Joke, that wouldn't happen. Under the Red Hood, that wouldn't happen. Have you seen Under the Red Hood?
I've seen all of them you've named, and
you can't remember.
Like, I don't remember anything.
Like
Under the Red Hood is the one where Joker beats Tim Drake's Robin, and it's presumed that he's dead. But then Jason Todd's Robin comes back under the guise of the Red Hood, and then he, becomes a villain essentially.
Yeah, because Batman didn't save him essentially.
And then at the end, he gets Batman and Joker in a room, and he asks Batman, why didn't you kill him when he had the opportunity? And Batman just goes, that's not what I do. And it's like, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. And he puts a gun to Joker's head, and then he's...
Honestly,
So you don't get that story.
Sorry, I'm curious.
You don't get that story if Batman just kills, like if he just got the opportunity to kill.
But
so just for the sake of story,
yeah,
I'm like, good that Batman doesn't kill.
But the way that he beats them up, sometimes you're like, yo, did he survive that? Like,
yeah, you're kind of questioning.
He's like, I'm vengeance.
Yeah.
He's like, dude.
He was on adrenaline.
The bone crunching punches.
He was on adrenaline at the time. That's what sucked about Ben Affleck's Batman. Because he's killing throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And it was like...
He had a turret on his gun, on his
and
car
he's
or
just
some
shooting
shit.
people randomly.
They're like, wait, he's killing us.
Yeah. I read the comics. It's not meant to happen.
Saying it.
So yeah, that's why Ben Affleck's Batman wasn't it.
Yeah,
and
like,
so
the villains get hella bold around him as well. Like Joker just knows that nothing's gonna happen to him.
what's a real life equivalent of a Joker? And would he survive? Like, would we put him on death row straight away?
What do you mean, like? How would he define a real life Joker?
Like a terrorist. Imagine a terrorist. No terrorist can get away without getting put on, like, death warrant, essentially.
Because Kanye could be a Joker, for example.
How? What makes Kanye a Joker? Who's he killed? How's he a
We're
terrorist?
not doing this.
Not yet, brother.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Are you talking about him
He means, like,
terrorizing?
personality.
I think he's talking about him terrorizing Pete Davidson.
Like public personality wise.
and Pete Davidson. Like Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson should be Joker, right?
Yeah.
Looks like
what else did we want to talk about? This is something I want to end up on before we actually go into reviewing the Batman itself.
So this was a review, bro. Come on.
No, we're still going. Is Batman the greatest character, a comic book character of all time for you?
No chance, bro. Number 3 is Zatanna. Number 2, Catwoman.
Yes.
Number 1, the best one, brother. Granny Goodness.
There's a severe lack of male characters, only female characters. Is there a particular reason for this?
International Women's Day. I'm just...
Shout out to
all
all
the
the women.
recording. There's no red light to this.
Yeah.
There is one in the back.
Okay, this is considered.
Audio only podcast if it doesn't work. So you only like female comic book characters?
Messing, bro. I love them.
I thought you were Sigma,
I love
bro.
them.
I thought you were Sigma male.
What does that mean?
Like you need to like only the male ones.
Obviously not, bro.
I don't think so. That's the point.
But yeah, those are your 3. My top 5 would be, and it's kind of weird.
What if you say no? Would you still give us?
Yes, I would, because I'm hosting it. It's kind of like contradictory to what Sun was talking about, International Women's Day. Mine's all male dominated.
Bro,
I haven't liked
man.
I'm Sigma male.
He's just trying to be Sigma.
Yeah. 5 would be John Constantine. 4th will be Wolverine.
Why? He's crazy motherfucker.
That's
Just
what
a
makes him
raging
great.
asshole.
3rd would be who would 3rd be? One of the Green Lanterns.
Okay.
2nd would be Spider-Man. 1st would be Batman.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern?
No, not that one. That one sucks.
best-
That one
the
sucks
best
so
movie
much.
of all
Only
time.
like the comic book ones and the
no, I
animated
think
show.
Batman definitely one of the greatest comic books.
What makes him great is like he has the best villains as well.
Like in terms of contrast to his story, his
Because like every villain of his is like the opposite of one element of his personality, if that makes sense. Okay, what about you? Since you're more of a comic nerd
honestly, I
than
have a
Sun
really
is.
good list here of I looked this up, right?
Okay.
Of like the wackiest.
Is this yours or like someone else's?
No, I looked this up.
Okay.
It's the wackiest comic book characters, right? And I think they have some real heat in here. Ready? Number 1. This guy's a real comic book character. Dog Welder. This is what he does. Ready? He's a superhero. This is what he does.
Marvel or DC? First time.
I actually don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't specify. Dog Welder welds dogs to criminals' faces. That's how he punishes them.
He's a superhero.
Bro, this guy is supposed to be... Yeah, he's
That's
a
like
hero.
Human Centipede,
He's
bro.
not a villain. He's a
That's
hero.
like some Human Centipede thing, bro.
Someone wrote this guy.
Okay.
Someone had some weird affiliations.
What about other
Number
one?
2 is Arm Fall Off Boy. That's his whole
Okay,
name.
that's very self-explanatory.
So,
but
yeah.
is it as
detaches
obvious
his
as
arm.
is
I
it?
think
Yeah.
is it like
Wasn't he in Suicide Squad? Remember that guy that gets shot, like his arms detach and then fly? The second Suicide Squad. Is that him?
Perhaps. There's no way they put this guy in a movie, bro.
They put a lot of weird characters in. They put Polka Dot
Yeah.
Man in a movie.
Polka Dot Man
Yeah,
slaps. bro.
what slaps? Yeah.
All right, this one's retarded. Ready? Ice cream.
By the way, I'm gonna put pictures of these. So
for sure,
Sherry's
for
like telling them, well, I'll put pictures of these. as
ice
well.
cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream can turn into any flavor of ice cream.
But
his whole
please tell
power.
me this is Marvel. I don't want this to be DC.
This is some real
characters, but-
shit.
This is some bioterrorist bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
get people fat.
Yeah. Maybe that's
We
the
can't
thing. Like,
comprehend it right now, but there must be a big thought behind it.
Yeah, there's some real deep stories behind it. Okay, my favorite one and the last one here as well. Hindsight Lad.
hindsight.
His power is to say, "I told you so," and that's it. Bro, like this, that's me as fuck.
We have a
man.
lot of those
That's me.
friends.
Yeah.
Any one of our friends could be hindsight lad, bro.
Imagine, bro.
Anyway, let's get to the actual movie itself.
Yo,
What do we like? What do we dislike about it? Go for it. Go crazy.
I didn't like Catwoman. and I will die on this hill.
You didn't like Zoe Kravitz, or you don't
I
like
didn't like
Catwoman?
her as
Nah,
Catwoman.
I would imagine Catwoman to look like her. Like,
Yeah, look, she's sexy, but like that's, and she's like not a bad actor. She's a good actor.
One thing you said to us was like she was way too sexy.
Yeah, like
Is that
no,
an
the thing
actual
is
thing?
that okay, Catwoman is like a seductive character, anyways, right? And then you have like a very sexy like actress who's known for her like prowess, I guess, to play her. So it's the perfect match.
Yeah,
she doesn't need to go and make it all like, oh, Bruce, this isn't you, Bruce, and then like all the like. They knew what they were doing with that scene. Bro, the whole movie, like, she was.
Sherry was really analyzing.
like,
She was looking at the eyes and everything. So,
Bro,
yeah.
Okay, look, she's hot, but it's like they knew what they were doing with those scenes between them. They were trying to make it all like erotic, and you know he's pinning her down on the table, and like I'm like, bro, is this necessary, man? Like, is
my mind's simple, bro. I just watched the movie. I didn't do it.
I found her annoying. She just made this like weird sex face the entire movie.
You remember
like,
Anne Hathaway's Catwoman? She wasn't like that overly.
She wasn't overly done, right? Yeah. Like she they're all seductive and you
that's
know,
a part of their character.
That's part of the character, right? And I like the way she incorporated the the feline like movements and those kinds of things. I liked how she had like a handmade mask and everything. Yes, you've got the latex suit, all that stuff. But at the end, bro, she got so cringy, man. She
can break it down for us.
He got his ass
She
beat.
works at a bar, bro, and then she's predominantly a hooker in most of it. So she obviously. She's working at a bar, and like, didn't you see the amount of men that were coming up to her and it's like, oh, why didn't you come sit with us?
Yeah.
What do you think she is?
Bartending,
just bartending.
Like she's just a bartender. Bro.
No, bro.
Good chats.
Yeah,
with the boys.
Yeah. What else did you didn't like about the movie?
John Turturro as Falcone.
A lot of people liked him.
I didn't like him at all, dude.
What other movies has he been in?
I haven't. Okay, so Big
Lebowski. He's been in. Yeah.
But okay. My thing with him is that he's got a very endearing face. And I watched him in The Night Of, the TV show with Riz Ahmed. Yeah. And he plays a lawyer who's like a loser. Quite literally.
So you just kept thinking...
loser. Yeah, like he's got like some foot fungus and he walks around scratching it. And he's like, everyone like shits on him. And then he comes and plays the biggest mafia boss of the city. And I'm just like not convinced.
It's a you issue, to be honest.
Yeah, it is a me issue. But there's a reason they had glasses on him the whole time. Because his face is endearing. It's not like an intimidating person.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know about the casting with that. But
everyone else, like, I can't have any issues with. Colin Farrell as Penguin, unrecognizable, but amazing. Which is good because like we're gonna get more of him because he's gonna do his own HBO show. So you know how Peacemaker got his own show after this. Colin Farrell's Penguin's gonna get his own show.
What are they gonna do with his story? He's like,
so you know how he's shown to be like a second in command kind of thing, and now he's taken over. So whatever that
operation. He's such a pussy. Like
Penguin is in all the comics, but then that's what like he overcompensates for him being a pussy throughout. In the comics, essentially. So he goes out of his way to prove his manliness. That's what his character is all about.
Right, very
so that's
true.
What we're gonna get in the.
That would be cool.
That's what we're gonna get in the TV show.
Stuff.
Yeah,
just to be like,
just to prove that he's Sigma
the guy
or like Alpha. At least.
But at the end of the day, he's called Penguin. Yeah. Like,
well, he's not called Penguin. He has an actual name. People just call him Penguin because he's ugly, which is weird because penguins aren't ugly.
Penguins are cute as well.
Yeah. But what's his face? What's the dude's name that played Jim Gordon? Jeffrey Wright? Is that
Jeffrey
him?
Wright.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Wright.
Amazing.
Yeah, he was cool. He was awesome.
Robert Pattinson. You didn't like him.
Okay, so when I watched this movie first time, I was really hyped. We did a podcast recording attempt, and I actually enjoyed this. But this movie whole reminded me of Macca's, like not even a normal Macca's, like a Auburn or Lidcombe Macca's. You enjoy it, you crave it for a bit, then you eat it, and then you realize, why did I wait in such a big line for this?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was disappointed after the whole situation.
You didn't like the movie?
I liked it last week when we were recording it, but the more I thought about it, it had no insight. It was mostly Riddler that did. It was Batman was following Riddler's message. Riddler's like
they work together, right? That's the whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, Batman wasn't a leader. There was nothing achieved after 3 hours. They could have condensed this movie into 2 hours. Or maybe it was just angry because I was after work. But like, I think this could have...
I'm going to pin it down to that. Well, he's meant to be a young Batman. And like, he's not meant to be a leader type. So everyone sees him and like, sees him as like this... just like mystical thing at the moment. The ones that you're comparing him to, Christian Bale's, in Christian Bale's Batman, he's meant to be like a leader and he's established.
Thing is, this is just your assumption.
No. This is what they're showing in the movie.
It's like it's
by the end
how
of
can
it.
You decode that? I'm really simple, bro. Like,
it tells him that.
Help me explain.
He says in the beginning, like it's his second year doing it. the police don't trust him yet, the city doesn't trust him yet, all that
This is
stuff.
explicit in the movie.
Yeah, and by the end, he goes, "I have to be something more."
Yeah.
That's what
it's
he
his
says.
arc. It's like he's learning what Batman. He's learning.
What do you do when you're watching a
budget?
movie?
Like,
Yeah, so I was talking to a friend.
Are you
of
on
mine.
your phone?
No, I was not on my phone.
Yeah.
I was talking to his brother.
Yeah.
And we were doing commentary and like.
Yo, that's the worst person.
that's the worst, the most
Exactly.
clueless person.
So, he was, asking me. I was asking him.
I was watching a movie with him last night, right? Real serious movie. And like the character's standing in the shade, like it's a rainy scene. The character's just standing in the shade. Nothing happened. And he's like, isn't he gonna get wet? And I'm like, he turns to me in the cinema.
Yeah.
And he talks out loud. He's like, bro, isn't he like how's he not getting wet? I'm like, is that an unnecessary comment, bro? Like every movie is the most unnecessary comments.
It's funny because
it's stupid. It's not like when you're trying to be in the moment and shit.
There's particular
like,
movies you can do that in.
Dog.
I love doing that in movies I don't care about.
That is shit, right?
Yeah. So
but he
I go to movies with him when he's interested in a movie and I'm not. I just like try to annoy him as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I tend to do that as well. But yeah, with this one, I didn't want any distraction. So I'm glad I didn't sit next to you.
Yeah, bro, he's annoying
So
as
for me, I wanted to entertain him.
The number one thing he asked me after the movie was like, oh, so who was the rat? I didn't get it. I'm like, dog, let's go home and go to bed. Drink some milk.
You didn't know.
I don't know.
You still don't know.
I didn't care about enough to like.
Maybe you'll still find him, bro. Don't worry. You figure it out.
Maybe.
Okay.
It's like Batman didn't do anything.
Bro, like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna like look up online for this.
I like the
Who's
fact that
the
this
rat?
one was more of a detective movie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Because
Yeah.
the
I
other,
wasn't. If it was detective, Batman would have achieved something, bro.
he did. He caught the Riddler. What more do you want?
Someone told him this Riddler ran to this place. Then he went to.
Did he?
I reckon he watched like one opinion video and like he's
Nah,
like,
I didn't watch the
No.
opinion.
Tell
Oh,
me
really?
what you're
So
saying.
From what I thought,
Yeah.
he knew of Riddler because someone saw him shooting.
oh right, like someone told him Riddler.
And then they told him he ran to this cafe bar or whatever. That's what I thought.
No, but you're saying that Riddler. No. He didn't catch Riddler in a way. Riddler allowed himself to be caught.
Exactly. So the way you're phrasing is like Batman's a mad
No.
genius.
But like him figuring
Yeah,
out
it's
all
his
the
own
clues and
programming.
thumb
stuff.
drive, bro.
Sorry?
Thumb drive.
Thumb drive. Him figuring out all the clues. It's not the perfect detective, but
Riddler wanted to be caught.
He's got a point though. Like he did
Yeah.
get bitched around for a little bit. Like
Yeah.
the URL.
you're
router
like,
thing.
yeah,
And
like
it wasn't like Riddler was doing some like he didn't want to hide. Riddler wanted to get caught too.
yeah, because people keep comparing it to the movie Seven.
Yeah.
And Kevin Spacey's character is a lot more genius in that, and then
Yeah.
Brad Pitt does more
It's
detective.
the same
when-
thing,
yeah.
right? It's like he gets led on by this trail
Yeah.
of But that was cool. It's
Yeah.
a cool movie for that reason.
Sun might be onto something though. I'm like-
now I'm like, wait,
like-
Batman.
yeah, he kind of did get moved around like a
Hey,
bitch.
like
but yeah.
like chessboard.
But I
pawn.
still like the movie.
Yeah,
Eight
so-
and a half out of 10. It wasn't up to Dark Knight level for me.
Let's
I need to watch Dark
Okay,
Knight
so
again
you-
too.
8.5. Let's take Zoe Kravitz out of it.
It's like 2.5.
No.
No,
it's not eight and a
I
half.
didn't. I found her annoying, man. Like I did not find her attractive at all
Nah,
because
come
she's
on.
being corny, bro. She's being so corny. She's like, I
He's
have a
not
thing for
talking about-
strays.
Horny, bro. She's a role. Bro.
Not. He's not talking about Zoe Kravitz, the actor. He's talking about the character she
Actress,
plays.
bro. Come on, pronounce her.
Okay,
important.
my bad, bro.
No, they like actually
they
they
prefer
like
to be
being
called
called
actor.
actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Speaking
actress
from an actor's
implies
job.
like you know.
Okay,
Like us.
we've already sort of talked about it, but you didn't like Robert Pattinson. Like you thought he was kind of beta.
No, I mean I don't look alpha beta, bro. It's just like he wasn't as good Batman. I think he would have been a better Joker.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh yeah, have you seen his laugh, bro? In the interview, he's
Yeah.
like,
He's
I'm like,
kind
yo,
of
wait.
weird, yeah.
Not even that. Like his eyeliner scene, he reminded me of a bit more of a Joker spec.
Like
Cause-
Joaquin Phoenix, your Joker, where he's
Yeah,
putting
cause-
paint on him. Yeah,
From what I know, Batman was like
Joking.
I imagine Batman to be Christian Bale, billionaire playboy, and he doesn't look like he's a good-looking guy, but whatever he was representing wasn't a
He's
playboy.
like, my
spec.
bad,
Yeah.
I can't get any hoes. My parents died.
Arranged
Yeah.
Give me a
marriage
minute.
spec, yeah,
Give me a minute. I'll figure it out.
But like overall,
Talent
like
trip.
Yeah.
overall, like I enjoyed Robert Pattinson as Batman.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was worried that it was gonna suck, like he was gonna fumble the bag, like
He's a
Ben
good
Affleck
actor,
did.
though.
I really
He's a
wasn't
good
worried
actor,
at
yeah.
all.
But a lot of people, I was sitting next to someone that I think saw him in Twilight, but didn't see him in any other movies. For her, it was like kind of a big jump. So
Right.
skinny little vampire dude becoming full blown black man was kind of like a reach for them. But for me, like, yeah, I think he did well.
He was sick.
But yeah, how did it hold up against the Dark Knight for you? Like,
Not as
is the
good.
Dark Knight like
Still
top
up
for
there,
you?
yeah.
Yeah. Where was this for you?
Mm. Obviously, Dark Knight is next level.
Yeah.
But I think it's really close for me, to be honest, because It's like it still had that same. Okay, you have the villain that reflects a certain aspect of him and brings something out of him that's new, right?
Yeah.
And like the arc is entirely dependent on the relationship between him and the villain.
Yeah.
And what they do together. So you have that parallel, but I think this was more stylish to be honest. Like more stylized.
It was more artistic,
more gritty.
Yeah. Shot better.
Better colors, gradients,
But you gotta realize
framing.
that was 10 years old. Technology
That's a good point too.
Budget probably,
That's a good
I
point
wouldn't
too.
say much, but
but no, in terms of the writing, like Dark Knight trumps this or anything else. But it's getting close. Like we're getting close.
This was like realistically the only movie you should be comparing this to is Batman Begins because it's the first one of both of
like
them.
an origin.
So I kind of like this better than Batman Begins. Because I was too young probably when I watched Batman Begins.
No, I watched it again recently.
I watched it recently, but like the first initial like hit that I got, I found this to be a lot better. Last thing I want to talk to you guys about: where do you think the storyline is going? What do you want to see from it? Because they teased that the Joker is technically in the movie now. Do you want another Joker to come out, or do you want to see a new villain? I don't want to see a new Joker, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because like we've just seen so many recently, like bring about a new villain.
Like who?
There's so many. Like you could get
Hindsight man, hindsight boy.
Hindsight man.
Hindsight
I told you so.
Very important.
Everything Batman does, I told you so.
Very important.
Batman villains
what makes him a lad rather than a man, though? This is
he's like developing stages, bro. Yeah.
I can see a lad doing hindsight stuff, but not a man.
Yeah.
But there's so many like villains. They're escaping my mind at the moment. Hush, but they kind of already shown Hush in this one.
Yeah.
They could show a lot more villains, I think. But yeah, don't do a Joker again. Not for another 20 years. Don't do
Catwoman again, bro. I'm sick of her.
I think it's 35 minutes, perfect time to
wrap up. Yeah. But okay, give an overall grade and then we end it. Out of 10, what would you rate the movie? 9. What about you?
What? After all this shit.
After
yeah, I think 8.5 is pretty solid.
8.5.
But I really enjoyed it, especially the second time I watched it. I saw all these new.
Did you watch it second time?
Yeah,
I did watch it a second time. Not even a week later. I enjoyed it more the second time actually because I analyzed it more.
Too kind to
Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please follow us on our Instagram. You can catch us on Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Thank you, Sherry, for coming on. Thank you, Sun, for all your insights into Batman. I'm gonna rewatch it and then watch it from your lens. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace and bye, guys.